Hello, everyone. Dan Valentine here, Integrated Presidential Director with Take Shape for Life. And many of you have requested that I do a special training on the 100 list, how to start 100 conversations in less than 1 week. And I'll just say this before we get into the training. This is the strategy, or one of the strategies, that Megan and I use since month 2 as coaches to build our business. And so I'm going to jump right in. We're going to get to the training and encourage you to do it. I guarantee you it will help you reach your goals. Now, I did do a training about the massive action plan, 12 steps to reach your goals, and I went over this just a little bit in that action plan, but this is a specific and a little bit more detailed about that 100, how that 100 list works. So let's jump in right now. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. So here it is. I always put this disclaimer in here. Here's another training that this is only for coaches that are willing to work hard to achieve a desired goal. So if you're willing to put the work in and you're not just wanting to sit back and just take whatever comes your way, then this is for you, okay? It does take some work, but believe it or not, it doesn't take a lot of time. It just takes you making a decision to actually get out there and do it. So you might be wondering, why is the list 100? Why isn't it 200? Why isn't it 50? Why isn't it 10? Well, the reason it's 100 is because it's 100. I don't know why. It seemed to work. It sounded like a good number. If you want to do it with 10, you want to do it with 25, you want to do it with 50, you want to do it with 500, that's completely up to you. But I do encourage you to push yourself, get out of your comfort zone, and strive to go for 100. Make a commitment to it. So let's jump right in and get to the training. So first of all, a couple of key preliminary things. Do it today. Make a decision. You've taken the time to watch this video. Did you know you can create your list of 100 people probably in less than 30 minutes? So invest 30 minutes into your business today. Make a decision to do it. That's the only way that this strategy is going to work. Number 2, this is very important. Give yourself a deadline and a timeline to do this 100 list. Like I said, make a decision that you're going to make your 100 list by the end of today or the end of tomorrow, whatever day you choose, and then give yourself a timeline on how long it's going to take you to start all 100 conversations, because creating the list is just the first part. You've got to start the conversations. And I'm going to show you a strategy where you can make it all happen in 5 to 7 days, only spending about 15 minutes per day. And you'll be amazed at what happens to your business when you do that. Number 3, and this is real important, post consistently on Facebook, especially if you're using the strategy as part of Facebook. This works synergistically with what you're posting on Facebook, okay? Watch my massive action plan for some of my thoughts on Facebook. We have concepts. What are people going to think of me? You know what? At the end of the day, I ask this question, so what? Who cares what people are going to think of you? You have a program that works. You want to help people. You want to make a difference in people's lives. At the end of the day, does it really matter if there's a couple people out there that think this or think that? I heard somebody say once, you know what the truth is? People aren't thinking of you. They're thinking of themselves. And a lot of times when we post things, it makes people feel a certain way. Well, ignore that. Put yourself out there. Post consistently on Facebook, because as you're going to see in a minute, that actually helps this 100 list be successful. All right, here's number 4, and this is where it actually begins. Create a list of 100 people that you think would be impacted by Take Shape for Life. Any part of the trilogy, healthy mind, healthy body, healthy finances. Create that list. Sit down and do it. I always say this, people that are on your heart. Who's on your heart? And you sit down, put a pen, get some paper. Who is it that comes to mind? And just start writing names. And as you write names, there's just something powerful about putting names down on paper, and it jogs your memory. You start thinking of other people. And if you run into trouble and you can't get past a certain number, don't give up. Start thinking about what circles are you in. Are you part of a mom's group or a dad's group? Are you? What about people at your school that you attend? Parents, PTA organizations, church groups, small groups, prayer groups, employees, work, neighbors. There's all kinds of groups that we're a part of, a lot more than a lot of people think. You can get to 100. And then if you're still not able to get there, you know what I've done, especially because I did this strategy every single month. So it got a little harder as the months got on because I did a new list every month. Then scroll through your Facebook friends. Look at last year's Christmas card list. Scroll through the contacts in your phone. Don't give up until you get 100 people down on that list. That is the most important thing. Okay, so are you ready for the next step? Wait, there's no next step. Stop now and create your list. That's my encouragement to you. Pause this video, sit down right now, take 15 to 30 minutes and write your list, and then come back to this video. Okay, we're back. All right, here we go. Number 5, and here's where the magic happens with this strategy. Go through the following process with every person on your list. This might sound overwhelming at first, but when you really think about it, once you have a list, this actually happens very, very quickly. And can you imagine by the first week in the month, by the end of the first week, every single month, having 100 conversations going, that being that relational bridge that you can walk across to share about Take Shape for Life with someone. That's the strategy. Imagine having 3 weeks of the month available where you got 100 conversations going for you to share the program. It's amazing. A ton of seeds out there. So here's the process. Number 1, take your list. Split it up into groups of 15. Take it 15 at a time. Split it up. If you're gonna do it in 7 days, do it 15 per day. In 7 days, you'll have 105 done. If you want to do it a little quicker, do 20 names per day and do it in 5 days. Or if you want to be really crazy and be an overachiever, sit down, take a couple hours, and do all 100 people on your list. You could even do that today. Could you imagine if you were a big thinking, action type person, if you committed 2 or 3 hours today to setting up the rest of your month for success by creating a list of 100 people and contacting and starting conversations with all 100 of them? I know, sounds crazy. Just throwing it out there. If that sounds too overwhelming for you, spread it out. Take a few minutes every day and make it happen. All right, so you're going to make sure you're friends on Facebook with every single one of these people first. Go in, again, take them in groups. And then what you're going to do is you're going to make sure you're friends. You're going to see them right there. So then you're going to go directly to their wall. So you're going to click on their profile, and you're very quickly just going to like a few of their posts or photos. Now what that does is that actually manipulates the Facebook algorithms. And this is very important because many people don't know this, but when you post, all of your friends do not see all of your posts. Have you ever noticed that you don't see all of your friends' posts in your news feed? Well, you see, Facebook has these algorithms, and they decide whose posts you want to see and who wants to see your posts. And one of the criteria that you use to decide that is how much interaction you have. So by going to these friends' walls and liking some of their posts and doing a couple other things we're going to talk about, that actually tells the Facebook algorithms that you guys want to see each other's posts. And now you can see why it's important that you have some great content flowing about health on your personal Facebook page, because now these people are going to start to see your content. Not only that, but a lot of times these people will go and they haven't heard from you in a while, and you like their posts or you comment or you send them a message. First thing they're going to do is they're going to go click on your profile and they're going to go see what's happening in your life. And who knows, they might see a picture that inspires them, something you say about health, and they're going to bring that up when they get back to you. So, all right, I'm getting ahead of myself. So go to their wall, like a few of their posts, then stay right there on their wall and comment on one of their posts. Now, I always say this, just comment on one so you don't come across like a stalker or a creeper or anything like that. Just comment on one, say, hey, great photo, love that, that's awesome. Or, anything you want to say, just comment on one of their posts that sticks out to you. You are engaging with them. Again, this is for the Facebook algorithms and to get that relationship started again. Then the natural flow is this: send them a private message. This is very important. This is where the conversation begins. This is how you start the conversation. Now, I say send a private message just because it's really easy to send it right from Facebook. Just click on their profile, click on message, and you can send them a message. If it makes more sense based on your relationship to send them a text or pick up a phone call, then do that. That's fine. If they're not on Facebook, or maybe they don't check their Facebook very often, then maybe use a different method to contact them. Now, let me make one comment about that. This is a seed planting strategy. You're not going to have 100 people call you and want to hear about the program tomorrow. Some people check their Facebook once a month. So you may not hear back from some of these people until a month from now. So can you imagine doing this for 6 months in a row and having 600 conversations going? That's where it really, really starts to be powerful. But you'll see it'll happen even in your first month with your first 100, because there is a percentage of people that will get back to you right away, that will start a conversation, that will say hi. So what are you going to message them? You're just going to say hi. Hey, what's going on? Haven't talked to you in a while. Just something that's relevant. You can actually even copy and paste if you're doing these real quick. Hey, how's it going? Just wanted to say, hey, you were on my mind. Boom, that's it. And you've just begun the conversation. Think of it this way. It's like walking up to somebody at a party that you haven't seen in a while, and you walk across the room, and you know what? You know, man, Take Shape for Life would so benefit them. You're not going to walk up to them first thing and go, hey, I want to tell you about this program. Now, a little caveat in that. You may have people that are on your heart, and you contact them, and you've got permission with them, and you've got relationship, and you may say, hey, listen, I'm doing this program. I just really think it would benefit you. Or, hey, I'd love to know if you know anybody that would benefit from this program. Please refer them to me. So there are ways to actually bring it up yourself. And so please do that when the opportunity arises, or if someone's really, really, really on your heart that you want to see help. You might be a little bit more forward with it. But this strategy is all about starting conversations. So just picture it this way. You're going across the room and you're extending your hand and you're saying hi. So that's all you're going to do over Facebook or text or call. You're just going to say hi. And then what you're doing is this. You just wait for the responses to come back. Don't follow up. Don't send them a bunch of messages. Just wait for them to get back to you. And it'll happen all throughout the month. A bunch will get back right away. Some will be in a couple weeks. Some will be in a couple months. But you've started the conversations. And then what you're doing is you're looking for open doors to bring up what we have to offer. A lot of people, like I said, they might click on your wall and they'll see one of your pictures and they may actually bring it up. You might say hi to them and they might say, hey, hi back. And they might say, hey, I noticed your pictures. How did you do that? Well, you have somebody that you didn't even have to bring up the program to. They brought it up to you, and all you're doing is you're answering their questions. So it's a great, great strategy. Here's a couple of last-minute thoughts for you. First one is this. After you do that, when you post, follow the Facebook strategy that's out there within our system exactly. It's called Facebook to the Phone. It's in our coach page. It's probably in your coach page if you're in a different organization. But find that and follow it. We want to get people to the phone. So when somebody messages you and the conversation goes to health, bottom line is this. You want to ask them, say, hey, love to tell you about it. You have time for a quick phone call or something of that nature. You're not trying to explain the program over Facebook. You're not sending them to a website. Remember, we want to get to the why before we tell them the how. That's very, very important to follow that strategy, or you're going to miss out on a lot of opportunities, okay? Number 7, do it right now in the next 7 days. Don't put it off. Don't watch this video. Remember, like I said, 7 days times 15 people per day, that equals 105. There's your 100 list right there. So don't wait. Decide you're going to do it right now, or otherwise this is just going to be a good video that you like and you comment and you say, hey, that was awesome. Well, nobody needs that, right? Ain't nobody got time for that. We want to see you be able to reach as many people as possible, and I know you have a heart to reach people too, so make a decision right now that you're going to do this. Set that timeline, set that deadline, make a commitment to yourself, and then just do it. Next thing is this. This is the strategy. Repeat it every month. What I would do from the very beginning is by the 1st of the month, I would make my list on the 30th or the 31st of the month. And I would have that 100 list ready to go. This just became what I did. And then I would contact 15 to 20 people per day for the entire first week of the month. And then I had 100 conversations going. And it worked incredibly. So just repeat it. And then the other thing is this, number 9, if you aren't liking the immediate results, let's say you do it. You start 100 conversations and for whatever reason, you don't feel like they're going anywhere or you're not getting enough response back. I have a couple times sat down in the middle of the month and said, hey, I've got some goals this month. I want to reach some more people and it's not happening. And I have re-upped my list in the middle of the month, created an entire new 100 list, spent a few days contacting all of them, and was able to get some more conversations going. So you don't have to limit this just to the 1st of the month. If you're watching this video in the middle of the month, that's okay. Start today and get those conversations going. The great thing about doing this at the end of a month too is that's not only going to help you with your end of month goals, but it's also going to launch you into a strong month next month. So lastly, couple of additional thoughts. Remember this, every conversation is a seed. That's what we're doing. We're planting seeds. The harvest comes when the harvest comes. No, there's no such thing as a no. There's just not yet. Get as many seeds in the ground as you can. Consistency is key. Don't just do this once and go, oh, that didn't work. Do it consistently. Do it every month. Do it a couple times a month, whatever it takes. Can you believe all you have to do, there's a simple action. All you have to do is do this to be able to get to where you want to get to. It's really, honestly, is that simple. So remember, no's are not no's, they're not yets. Follow up, that's key. With every person that gets back to you and asks about the program, that's a follow-up opportunity. Even if you don't get them to the phone yet, put their name down. They inquired, they want to know, they'll get to the phone eventually. And then lastly, work with your business coach. This is really important. Connect with your business coach. Ask them if this would be a good idea. They may have sent you to this video. That's awesome if they did, but they'll be glad to help you. If you're a new coach and you haven't done any three-way calls yet, do some three-way calls or three-way Zooms with your coach and learn how to share that program effectively, and they will help you. Your business coach is key. Raise your hand. Say, I'm out here. I got some goals. I want to get there, and I want to get there this month. All right. Lastly, it only works if you do it. Have I said that enough yet during this training? This only works if you actually do it. So if you didn't shut off the video earlier and create your 100 list, do it right now and then start those conversations. I'd love to see you post on this thread, letting us know that you did it, that you finished your list, that you're starting your conversations, and let us know how it's going. Can't wait to hear the results. Thanks for letting me share, and have an amazing, amazing day.